So, how do I tell you about what really happened to me when I lifted off and went way, way beyond our local atmosphere? This is where they grab me and say, "Don't lie, you didn't do it. There's no way you could probably have gone into outer space. There's no possible way." And then, yet, the Andromedans who are here know that I did. That I did a Merkaba so powerful that I ended up way beyond Earth flying. And I flew something that I knew. I wanted to see what is the absolute power of a human that is an ascended master. What can it actually do? And I remembered all the way back to my beginnings and compressed everything so tightly that I emitted in full force of flight a small star that I not only emitted, but I fast forwarded into a red, like a red, dying red star, not really a red giant because it wasn't blowing up everywhere, but it stopped there. And it is why they did lands like in some of the concerts, you will see anything that had a red star was attributing the ascension. And so that thing was way out in space. And then the ships chased me down. I was actually escaping them and did this ascension way out there and came flying back into my seat. And that's where people listening are. There's no way. There's no possible way that she could have done this. And I say, well, then that's your belief and that's your truth. I have mine. Why would I have any sort of reason to lie about it? I don't know. I have a very good biography, and I have a very, very good level of experience with the things that I've done. So I don't need the star story. And it's a weird tale because in hyperspace, what I learned in Ascension is you can form a whole building in seconds by pushing it out through pure focus when you fly. And there's a funny story actually about this as well on another flight I had where I flew out, created this crystal building in the middle of space, hanging there. And the ships said they flew by it, and it was this space-time that was captured that was like this huge building. And they left it, and it was the field around it was atrophying and it was dissolving. So eventually they had to shoot at it and destroy it, or it would have just sort of floated there. But these things happen to me for real, and it is what the power of an ascended master is. So it doesn't mean they can strip her of DNA and grow all the neighbors, and grow huge monsters of flesh, because my organs begin to die when they take too much out. And I had a glowing, brilliant, brilliant gold spine, gold brain, out to here, huge light everywhere. And if they horn that down to create transmitters, you're uneven because your bottom half is slowing down in vibration from the horn. The upper body is glowing. Then someone says, "You're a liar. I'm going to fly you and see if it works." And they rip a part of your muscle flying you because you're horned down to keep you on Earth to form a transmitter line. So that's how they form transmitters from me, is they used a bit of horn energy, tiny bit of brain mass, microscopic, and they would form transmitters, but they needed it to stick slightly from the typist to the other person, you see. So that's why everybody who got money from World Tour and tickets and everything else that used transmitters really owed me some sort of funding, because it was me, little Miss Horn down here, sitting with a bit of brain mass being used. Everybody used them, everybody. And so what a great story. And so I don't really care anymore if people believe about the ascension, but it means if it didn't happen to me, it's not possible for any of you to accomplish that either. And you should consider that, because it makes sense. If we are truly the lens, the great eye, come down, recording the experiences, coming down and recording the experiences, and then we have the power to fly into space and push out a real star, a small one, but a real one, little star, and then come back, because we are made of carbon. So, and helium and protons and neutrons and all the things that stars are made of. So I put it to the test. And what isn't okay is breaking spine mass and brain. Now, if someone's trying to mech me to a neighbor, you see, while I'm blowing up, what they will do is rip my spine out and part of my body. Because when I'm in high band talking about some of these things, then that's what is happening, you see. And I'm glowing very bright, and the light around me is very bright. And so the neighbors are apparently not really thrilled with it. Anyway, another time more.